Good afternoon. Welcome to our Be Good, Do Good talk show. Today we have a very special guest from the Middle East, Dr. Leena.
Thank you.
Dr. Leena is actually the founder of the Yemeni Refugees Women Organization. In fact, we got connected through our Tengku Hishamuddin Zazi, who is actually from Pertubuhan Amal THZ. He is also the winner of our BGDG Charity Award. So a very warm welcome to you.
I'm so happy to be here, actually today with you and with BGDG as well.
Thank you. And today we are going to find out more about what you have championed for, and also to find out more about what you are doing. And as the name indicated, you are actually championing for Yemeni refugees women. And in fact, if it's not because of Tengku Hisham, I may not even know that there are Yemeni refugees here. What our organization, Be Good Do Good Association, have been actually working with is actually with Myanmar refugees. We have done quite a lot of food distribution, the daily supplies and support to the Myanmar refugees, especially during this COVID period. So perhaps you can share a bit more with us about Yemeni refugees and also the asylum seeker, because for us, Yemen and from Middle East, this must be people from the rich country.
Exactly.
So maybe you can share with us.
Yes, as you mentioned, you are not the only one who told me that. Mostly they know that, okay, you are from Yemen, so Yemen is in Middle East, so Middle East has oil, so you are from rich country. But they didn't know that the oil is the problem. This is why there is a war and there are refugees around the world. Because of the oil, it's not only a good thing. So yes, there are refugees from Yemen, my country, Palestine, Syria and Iraq. So since 2011, this situation still, after we can say the Arab Spring, then after that there were a lot of circumstances you can see. So there are around 3,500 Yemeni refugees in Malaysia and asylum seekers as well.
Okay. This is certainly something new to many of our audience here in Malaysia. And many of us, even in the charity fraternity, may not heard of this. So perhaps you can share with us what is your personal experience for you to actually come over to Malaysia, and I believe you probably can speak on behalf of many of the other refugees.
Actually, the war started in Yemen 2015. So since that time, Yemen is facing the worst and largest humanitarian crisis in the world. So in this video you can see some of what kind of situation in Yemen, so you can understand what's really happening. You can even Google it about what is happening in Yemen. In YouTube, in Google, you can see the real situation, because it's not. I can see no one is covering the real situation in Yemen through the media or the news. So it's better to find by yourself, and this is what we do. So I will use this opportunity to share with you about the real situation in Yemen.
I believe, in fact, many Malaysian and in fact many of our audience here may not be aware that there is such situation in Yemen. Yeah. And in fact, this talk show is good in a way that we have made them aware of the situation in Yemen. Yeah. And for you to travel, I understand that you came here in year 2018.
Yeah.
And for you to come all the way from Yemen here, perhaps with your family or with your friends and so on, you certainly carry with you a lot of story.
Yes.
Likewise for those Yemeni refugees who are here. So perhaps you would like to share with us what is the situation of these people here in Malaysia.
Okay, as I told you, after 2015, a lot of Yemenis fled out from Yemen to seek help and to find a better place until the war finished in my country. So for Yemenis, we are 3,500 in Malaysia. We have different stories. There are real touching stories. So for example, for me, I came in 2018 with my family, and I can see with my ex-husband and my daughter. Then in 2019, he left us in Malaysia and he go back to Yemen. Then I realized that I'm alone in Malaysia with my daughter. So I know that there are a lot of women, they have the same situation as me, and they needed the support because it's really hard to be out of your country and you don't know anyone. So during these platforms like BGDG and other platforms and NGOs, we can reach out to these platforms to get the connection and the opportunity to be in the society until we get our country back.
Thank you, Dr. Leena, for willing to share with us your personal experience. And in fact, I'm quite shocked to find you actually living here in Malaysia alone with your daughter. But yet, I'm quite amazed that you still find time and find that kind of energy to set up a platform for your Yemeni women under this Yemeni refugees women organization. I believe there must be some things that you have gone through that drive you to set up this organization. Perhaps you can share with us on this, and also not only the reason but your vision and mission in this organization.
Okay. Actually, when I arrived to Malaysia, I was looking for any platforms to guide me about too many things. So but I couldn't find. So actually, I used to work in a legal firm with a good lawyer. He's local. Then I was handling the Arab cases, the Middle Eastern cases in the legal firm, so I can survive as well. And I was doing the translation and everything for those clients. Then I realized that there were a lot of women from my community came with their kids seeking for help. Sometimes it's their husband been arrested, or they still waiting for the UN cards to be released, so they are in a bit hard situation from the police or something. They need to have the UN cards, and as you know, through the UNHCR office, it takes time to get the UN card. And sometimes they have abused, they don't know where to go, they haven't shelters or anywhere to go there. So I realized that there is no platform or safe platform for women. So from that point, I decided to set up this organization. At least we can provide the safe platform for the women to share their issues, challenges, their needs, to support their education, their livelihoods. So through this organization, I am focusing more about how to support them, the women, a livelihood and in education. Because as I told you before, in my community, in my country, the woman, she can study and work, but this is for herself. The man he's the one who do all the work and pay for the house. So she can be just sitting home doing basic human care. This is what we used to do it before the war. But after the war, women realized that they need to support their husbands as well. They need to work. So they don't know how to start. So during our platform, we teach them how to start their home business, how to sell their products, how to make opportunities from nothing.
I see. Okay. So this platform is certainly very useful to actually help these Yemeni women to actually go through this transition.
Yes, exactly.
From their traditional role back in Yemen to actually, because of the situational changes, to actually adapt to the environment here.
Yeah, no one knows that one day he will be a refugee. So I think everyone in this world, he need to be prepared that in case my country will be unstable, I have to something like handicraft, I have to be educated. So one day, no one knows what's going on in this world.
Okay. And I understand that your organization have since then being merged with the Malaysian Foundation and also this Yayasan Restu. And why are you making such a move? Is there any reason behind it? And also, what kind of assistance that your organization is getting from UNHCR and also other NGOs as well?
Okay, my organization actually is under UNHCR. We have a protection letter to establish this organization under the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. But I believe that the more you have connection with the locals and more platforms with the Malaysian people, is more useful for achieving the things you need from the community to support. We are in this country. We want to be in the society. So how to become in the society without working with the society? So I think because as I told you, you mentioned now what's the help we had from UNHCR and NGOs. I can tell you that the NGOs in Malaysia, the local NGOs, they are supporting a lot and they are helping a lot. Legal consultations, baskets food, too many things. Comparing with maybe UNHCR itself. Yes.
I see. Okay. And what are the specific assistance that perhaps your community is required right now from the local community here? And since you mentioned about you have been getting assistance from the NGOs, and we are right now in front of our audience. Many could be actually from the charity organization and the charity fraternity. So perhaps you can tell us what kind of help specifically you need. But before this, I probably have to get you to share with us on the other side of the gender. Now we heard about the help that you require from these women. How about Yemeni men? Are they actually very independent here? They don't need any help here? Only the help is going to be channeled to the Yemeni women?
Of course.
Is that true?
No, actually they are working hard to support their families because as I mentioned just now, that in our culture, in our community, the men should do everything. The women just can take care of the kids, go for shopping. This is what we used to do. But here in Malaysia now, we need to be together. So the men, they still have this idea that I have to work hard for my family. but the situation cannot help because for refugees, until the moment, they cannot legally work, even they are qualified. There are a lot of doctors, engineers, graphic designers. There are a lot of people from my country who can also contribute to Malaysia. But unfortunately, until now, the law cannot let them work legally. So they go through this illegal work, like work as waiters in the restaurant. So they still like worried about arrested or anything. They cannot, how to survive because there is no support from UNHCR, like monthly payment as what is going in other UNHCR, like in Turkey, Jordan, Europe. They have this support, but in Malaysia, they don't pay them anything. There is no camp, so you should rent by yourself and pay the rent by yourself. You should find the schools by yourself and pay for the education by yourself. And at the same time, you are not allowed to work. So how you can survive? It's really stressful for them, and there is no light to go through. So they can just go and be independent by themselves. It's really hard for them.
I see. So it seems that as much as the Yemeni women need help,
Yes.
actually the Yemeni men do need help as well. In fact, the pressure is actually more on them because traditionally in the Yemeni community, the man is the breadwinner.
Yes.
Yeah? They are the one that actually need to work hard to support the family. So what our audience can do now, just like what Dr.Leena mentioned, she has actually merged her organization with the local setup here because she wants to leverage on their connection and also tapping into the resources that they may have. So those help that they require, in fact, if you have anything, let's say in terms of giving out food to the refugees or actually helping with the education on a voluntary basis or training program.
Yes.
Or
Education programs. This is what I need. Actually, we don't want to get like donations or between time and time food baskets. No, I wanted the refugees to be like relying on themselves. So it's better to support them in education programs, training programs. These kind of things can be help for long term.
Okay. So let's say if your organization involved into helping this B40 group, or even now you can extend to the refugees to help them to actually market their pastry, helping them to sell the makan online.
Yes.
Then perhaps you can actually extend the help to this Yemeni community as well.
Also, if they need like models or they need photographers, videographers, graphic designers, there are a lot and they are creative, like they are very smart. Website, what they call it, website, IT, like IT specialists. There are a lot that they can contribute a lot.
Okay, so there are 3,500 of them here.
Yes.
in Malaysia that are actually looking eagerly to contribute to our community as well and also our economy as well. So any one of you who can actually help, please extend your assistance. And before we end here, I would like to actually get Dr.Leena to share with us what is the way forward for her organization and also for her community here in Malaysia.
Okay. From my experience, I think the best thing in how to support these refugees is work for their legal rights and work a bit on allow them to work legally. And I would like also to support the organization in more education programs As you know, we have education center for refugee kids, but he wanted more improvement and need more support for these kids, so they cannot go to the governmental schools and they cannot go to the international schools. So we wanted to make a platform for them to study. So we already have this place, but we need like sometimes volunteer teachers to teach them some Malay or even Mandarin language program. There are a lot of, we have a lot of kids who they can speak Mandarin.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
so
can now?
Yeah, they can.
Oh,
they
okay.
can. So yeah, they are so smart kids, but they need the opportunity and the platform for them. Yes.
Okay.
And yes, we need to support these women on their livelihood. There are a lot of making dresses. They do foods. They do makeup, body care products, skincare, a lot of beauty things they do as well. So we can do mixed culture between Middle East and maybe Chinese. You know how is it like the Malay everywhere. So we can do a lot of good things to mix the culture. We can see these things in a different way.
Okay.
To support and also to share between all the communities together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. In fact, just like in Be Good Do Good Association, what I can think of is as an organization, we do actually work in tandem with our other NGO as well. Like for example, we work with LAVA, which stands for Legal Advisory and also Women Aid. On our collaboration, those women who have undergone some domestic violence cases, actually through our collaboration, we can actually move you to LAVA for assistance. And I believe the audience here, many of them certainly have the area of expertise and the resources that you may need.
Yeah.
And we really urge that you come forward to help Dr.Leena and the organization, and to help them to actually blend into our society here, for them to be a useful workforce and contribute to our economy here as well.
Exactly.
Okay, so that much I was sharing this time from our Be Good Do Good Association, the talk show. Yeah, so with that, thanks once again,
Thank you
Dr.
so
Leena,
much.
for your presence today.
Thank you for the opportunity to share what we have in our organization and also from our community as well. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone
Thank
for
you.
watching.